We know Google's decimating a lot of blog sites. Not all, but a lot. But we're seeing some massive benefit from Pinterest thanks to Kara. Thanks, Kara. Really, like Pinterest save our hiney with Cook for Folks. Let me show you something. This is Google Search Console for Cook for Folks over the last 90 days. That just sucks. Now, it's not quite as bad as Ahrefs makes it out to be, and the numbers are totally different than Ahrefs. But when people were telling me that I was losing all my traffic, I'm like, what are you talking about? Because look, that's Google Analytics over the same time period. Yes, in late February, it dropped a little bit, early March, I guess. So that lines up right here with this latest update. And actually, when I look at just the last 28 days, you see this upward trend. And a lot of that's being driven by Pinterest. Another thing that's helping us as well as other bloggers is that Google is already losing market share when it comes to searches. This is a really interesting article from Search Engine Journal. This just happened. Okay, here's Google. Current market share is about 87% of searches done on the internet. Now that's still a lot. It's still by far the most, but that's a 4% decrease from just 1 month before. People are choosing Google less, mostly because the search results suck. This is cool to see here on this graph. Like they're holding this market share, and then boom, suddenly in the last month, Bing and even Yahoo are picking up while Google's taking a dip. This is a pretty big deal. And frankly, I think it means that our future in blogging is not as uncertain as a lot of people seem to be making it out to be. Things are going to change. People are not going to want to put up with the crap, but that's really not the point of this video. The point is, first of all, Pinterest. Pinterest helped us a whole bunch. And well, the reason that we have Pinterest right now is because of Project 24 member Kara made us a course teaching Pinterest in Project 24. This has been out for about 5 months now. And for the purpose of the course, she created a Pinterest account for Cook for Folks and applied the methods that she uses for Pinterest. And in her 4-month update that we added to the course recently, she shows things that are working, things that she would do based on the data that she's seeing so far. This is incredibly valuable, by the way. If you're in Project 24 and you are not taking the Pinterest course, go take the Pinterest course. It won't take you that long. You'll learn a ton of good stuff, and you're probably going to see your site start to recover as long as the topics are something that does well on Pinterest. But look at that. We're starting to see this big pickup in outbound clicks. And she said, yep, this is right following the timeline that she normally expects, because Pinterest's algorithm is still way more predictable than Google's. All right, but here's the cool thing. Kara isn't just an expert in Pinterest. Turns out that her expertise and her experience in her day-to-day business is in using Pinterest to drive traffic to her Etsy store. So where are we going next? Etsy. Now, for the purpose of this video, I want to share in this adventure with you. I haven't done much yet, but I have been doing quite a bit with e-commerce over the last 5 months. In fact, I built this website. There's been some additional design work done, so I can't take credit for all the design, but I built the site for this business called Klērpäth. And this is a business that actually sells a real physical product. It's a pre-workout supplement. In fact, they have other supplements as well, but the pre-workout is the one we really launched with. It was created by this guy, Joe Richardson, who, by the way, is just an all-around super guy. But he, several years ago, created an amazing pre-workout that has had kind of this niche following. The people that love it, but it wasn't getting out to everybody. So we're there to help them from a content marketing standpoint and to help them run and grow their ambassador program. Affiliate marketing. By the way, if you're in the healthcare space and you are curious about this cool pre-workout supplement, I'll put a link in the description so you can try it out. And if you'd like, you can sign up to be an ambassador. It's a pretty awesome program. Anyway, I've been playing around in the space of physical products. Another cool thing that happened is several months ago, I bought a laser engraver. Why would I do that? Well, the reason is so that we can make these really cool plaques for our full-time earners. We were just ordering them before, they had a number on them. But now we decided, we want to customize these, put their names on them, make them better, right? So we did, and we bought a laser engraver. But when you buy a laser engraver, you can't help but play around and have fun. So pretty quickly, I put the logo for my jiu-jitsu gym right there on my red water bottle. Next thing I knew, the guys I trained with basically all wanted one. So I've been engraving water bottles for them. I also went ahead and I engraved one here for Klērpäth because I had a black water bottle and I was like, this is awesome. Anyway, so that's there. It's been hanging out there for a little while, by the way. You probably haven't noticed it because I got lots of stuff back here. The other day, I went ahead and I engraved this one for my wife, but it's like sunflowers and stuff, sunflowers and daisies. Anyway, she loves it. It's super awesome. And it gives us something that we can do. The other thing is that Jake, who works here and is my brother, and I love to do lots of stuff, and he built some really cool custom shelves here and is interested in making some of those to sell on Etsy as well. So basically, we're ready to go with something. The question is like, what are we gonna do with this? And how is this gonna tie into blogging? And how does this help you? Well, given what we, and by we, I mean all of us, given what all of us know about search analysis, identifying things that people are actually looking for, right? And creating really good content, we're incredibly well positioned to dominate in the e-commerce space, especially because how many Etsy sellers do you know that have their own website and other content and stuff to back up their brand? Most of them don't. And here's the thing. Most of us are not getting as much traffic as we used to get from Google, but most of us at least still have some traffic. The cool thing is when you monetize with e-commerce, with info products, with other things, you can make a lot more money even with a smaller audience. And so we don't have to proliferate content like crazy the way we used to, but the difference is that we just need to find better ways to monetize that are gonna make us more money. And this is one of those. It also has the added benefit of when you actually have a store and you actually sell products and you can actually get reviews from people, it does a lot to strengthen your brand, which gives you more credibility. Even with Google, we're finding that websites that have a brand, that have products, that have a Google business listing, that are able to get reviews from people, those are trusted way more by Google today than just purely informational websites. This is gonna help on both fronts, make more money, but also get more traffic to your website. All right, so cool stuff. Since I got this engraver and I've been doing some water bottles, I've made a bunch for my jujitsu friends, but I also recently got an order from my sisters. They had a quilting retreat and they had us make over 40 of these so they could give one out to each person that came to the retreat as just part of their gift bag. And I think it was a bit of a hit. And all because I spent a little bit of money one time to buy a laser engraver. My challenge for you is to figure out what you can do. If it's e-commerce, great. What can you sell? Figure out what's something that you can create. It doesn't matter if other people are already doing it. You can take your own approach to it. There are lots and lots of stores that sell stuff, and yet the ones that are open are all making money. And a lot of them are selling the same things. The cool thing is you know way more about SEO. You know way more about content creation than most Etsy sellers. And with a little bit of guidance that we're gonna learn here soon from Kara, I think we're gonna be able to succeed really well on Etsy. We can also do really well with a Shopify store tied to our website, any number of different places. So right now, I just want you to think for yourself about what is something I can do. Those of us who are going to succeed are going to be the ones who are willing to figure it out and just make something happen. So if you're one of those people that's committed to figuring it out and making something happen, I invite you to like this video. That is, I think, the only way that you can let me know appropriately that you're one of those people. Anyway, so the question is now, what do we do? First thing we need to do is become a seller on Etsy. I'm probably gonna need an account. My wife has an account on Etsy, but I'm gonna go here to the footer menu and I'm gonna click sell on Etsy and get started. Now, I'm not gonna walk through this whole process. You can go through this process and figure it out and create a login and all that. You've done this kind of stuff 1,000 times before, but this is step one. Just go create a store. The next thing that we need is we need an actual product to sell. Well, I have that. I'm gonna start with water bottles. But the other cool thing is that with a laser engraver, I can do tons of stuff. I can do charcuterie boards. I can do customized keychains, drinkware, not just water bottles, but all sorts of drinkware. I can do coasters. I can do any number of different things. I can even do like wood cutouts to make cool stuff. And there's templates all over the internet. People on Etsy will sell you just a digital file for like $5. That's where I got this. So now I'm in a position where I have a product, we'll have an Etsy store. Now we just need to create the content around it, the product pages, and then we need to take good pictures. If only I knew someone that could teach me how to take really good product photos. Go watch that video. Okay, so product photos, check. The next thing that we're gonna need, actually, you know what works really well? Little product videos. So let me look. I think I'm gonna need one of these little spinny display things. Yep, definitely buying one of those. I think that's about it. It's just time to get in the account, start creating a storefront, put a logo up there, and start creating product descriptions. I just encourage you to find something that's going to work with the brand that you're already building with your blog. Figure out something that's going to work. Go create a store tied to the same brand, link to it from your website, link to your website from your Etsy store. This is one of several steps that we can take to start building more reputation and more credibility for our websites, but also to help get you thinking more like a business. You are a business because you're trying to make money from this thing that you're creating. So treat it that way. And even if the products you sell aren't physical products that you have to ship out, you can still do digital products. You can do any number of different things, whether it's through Etsy, through your own website, or somewhere else, but do something. That's where we're going to get started. Now, if you like this and you want to hear more about e-commerce for content creators, please let me know in the comments and let me know what kinds of things you're interested in the most. I would love to share more with you about this journey that I'm going on. We're still creating blog content. We're still creating video content. Those things do really, really well. But that blog content is going to be so much better trusted when we start sending all of these other signals that we're legitimate. And it's not just by having e-commerce. We're going to talk about lots of other things, the way that we do industry outreach and participate in our niche, but also e-commerce. So let me know what things you're interested in learning about, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. We'll see y'all next time.